it's now cleaner than before, but not clean enough. So it's time for spinny death machine. The fun part about rust removal is that you always find a new surprise. Like I thought, oh, there's just one little speck of rust around this hole here. Now look, it's a whole colony. It's the whole gang. The back is now completely derusted. It's still a bit wet. I had to power wash all the dust off again. But yeah, it still has a little bit of rust in here and stuff like that. So we're going to use some Bodywork, which reacts with the rust and basically just disables it and prevents the rust from spreading further. So I've been sanding down the top here, and we're staying in the lines here. You can see that there's a curve like this, so we don't want to spoil those beautiful lines. And it's starting to feel real silky smooth, but so is my sandpaper. As you can see, it's just turned completely green. And I went over it again, and now it is super duper smooth. Super smooth. I'm not gonna do a primer, or maybe I'll do a primer on like some spots like there and there. Bodywork on it. I actually expected it to be kind of an oily color, but it's like a lightish gray. Interesting. Anyway, I put some there. I put some in these strips. Those are likely to have rusted. And just along this entire strip, because it's completely rusted. This is the like tip of the lid, and I guess all the water eventually just got caught like in the back underneath there and just rusted the inside of this. Well, as you can see, it's been properly coated now, and this has reacted with the rust and prevents the rust from spreading any further in, because like I can't really get in here and get the inside of these panels and disable the rust. So we did it this way. It looks really dirty now, but we're gonna spray paint it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So wires here, because we're gonna remove this entire back panel. We already removed the gas pistons to hopefully fix them, and now we're gonna remove these without it falling. Well, there you go. It is outside now. Okay, so I stripped down the back panel, and now we're gonna spray it down, and then we're gonna derust it, and you know, the whole shebang. And then we're gonna use the spinny death machine again to remove that over there. And if you look over here, I'm wearing the latest Corona fashion. So yeah, let's get to it. Over there drying is the back. You can see it's been properly sanded down where the badges used to be at some point, probably like 10 years ago. I've sanded down all the gunk that was there and all the gunk that was around this. Someone had glued the panel that's supposed to go here back on, and yeah, it was quite awful. I had to go with a spinny death machine, then with a sander, and then with a sander again, and then with sandpaper, and now it's sort of good. Well, boys, the doors are gone. Well, at least on this side. There's still doors on the other side. And old Vader has decided that this is his new sleeping place. Gotta remove the rust up there. Gotta remove all this rust down here, over there. Look, it's Martijn. He's helping us destroy the Sunny. Now we have no doors and no grill. So how do you like the Sunny, Martijn?
It looks like a complete car right now.
Look, it's magic. There is actual metal underneath the Sunny. So Martijn, what do you believe is worse? Fogged glasses or no mask and instant toxins? One is worse in the moment and the other is probably worse in 20 years. Maybe I should make a YouTube poll. No, I thought I did, but sadly I do not. Welcome to the rear of the car. We're gonna go eat. Okay, it's kind of stopped now, but before it was everywhere I poked. We got a hole. We got one. Over here we can see that this like entire flap of rust is just sticking on with the tiniest bit over there, which we shall have to destroy. sanded everything down, and now we're trying to fiberglass these two holes, but our first attempt went very badly. Over here you can see it's fine. I'm not going to stick it because then my hands are going to be full of fiberglass again and I'll have to use raspberry jam. Look kids, this is how brushes are made. As you can see, we've put some filler on here, except for up here, which we should have actually fiberglassed yesterday, but we didn't, so sad oof. This part back here, we Novaroxed it, and later today it will be dry or ready for fiberglass at least. I think it's already dry. And then we will fiberglass the stuff. And yeah, all the body is starting to look a little bit better. Sunny is back together with, of course, the exception of the doors. Now, as I was driving out, I hit this edge. So yeah, I fucked up big time. Everything we fiberglassed got yeeted, and also part of my garage door got yeeted. You can see the green down here. Basically, this entire side of the panel was damaged. There was a dent down here, and like it was fucked up there. So yeah, it has to be completely covered in filler. Then we have to completely sand it down so that it's smooth again, and I have to repaint it. And basically what you learn from this is, look before you drive. A lot of this is like, yeah, it's too far gone. But we can spice it up a bit, make it look a little bit nicer, I think. I'm thinking I may paint this, what is it, air filter holder. So I open it up and look how nicely colored it is on the interior. It looks like it's brand new. And meanwhile on the exterior it's like, rust is my bestest friend. Good news and bad news. Good news, this was actually surprisingly easy to take off. Not a huge problem at all. Bad news, well, it was supposed to just be screw, screw, pipe, pipe, and pipe, except metal, like pipe where it was supposed to be on, is just completely rust. It just broke apart as soon as I even touched it. So that's a big oof. This entire like manifold is rusted to shit. It's raining outside, so I'm sitting just inside with my spinny Deathmobile, and we're going to fuck that up. Okay, so I de-rusted it and I put on a primer, and if I zoom in here you can see that there's still a little bit of pits from all the rust. Well guys, there it is. It is not factory new. You can see it has some splotches. This is where there was rust, and I didn't fill it up with putty and stuff because I thought that was a little bit too much effort. It is really nice and blue now though. I think I might do a quick clear coat over it, like a very thin one, just protective, and then I'm gonna clean out this one and also paint it nice and blue, and then it will look super sleek. Yeah, now this looks really out of place, but yeah, so then it'll be around here, like, I don't know, this, something like that. And yeah, I think the engine bay is already looking way better. I polished this up a bit so that instead of this blackish color, which was everywhere, it is just a little bit down there and a little bit down there. Not going to do too much effort, but at least this part here is shiny, and then this is going to go on top. And the whole engine bay will look a lot better. So there's supposed to be a little metal part that goes over this little rubber grommet, but I dropped it somewhere on the floor and I do not know where. It could be there, it could be there, it could be there, and honestly I've tried looking for it. I've looked for it for like the past 15 minutes and I have no clue where it is. So we're going to use this instead, which is similar, I guess. I'm looking in my part box now, and I seem to have also lost the nut that's supposed to go on top of that, so goddamn. After a whole lot of searching, I actually managed to find it. Apparently I accidentally dropped it in here, so there it is. Well guys, it's time for the big review. It's been painted and reinstalled, and that looks really, really nice, doesn't it? Looks so much better than before when it was kind of a faded blue. I did like the other shade of blue, but you know, I had a couple of these cans, so I went for this blue. We can now actually see the numbers on this little thingy. I thought that plate was entirely rusted, but apparently it was just covered in gunk, and with a good bit of sanding we got it all spruced up again. I painted this bracket blue and just kept this down here silver because I think that looks pretty nice. I also spray painted this silver because it was dirty, so I was like, why not? Yeah, I really like it. It really makes it seem like I have one piece of engine and then just darkness all around. So it really makes the center part pop, which was already like the most popping part, and now it looks like it's actually well done. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna probably have to clean the engine bay a little bit, and also remove all the rust here and the rust there, and you know, the rust everywhere, because welcome to Project Sunny. To have a nice transition from the paint on the outside to like the inside of the engine bay, I'm gonna clean out the entire engine bay, and then we'll spray paint these parts as well, because this also needs to be de-rusted and you know, everything. Anyway, battery's gone. I'm gonna take some water, take some soap, and hopefully clean this engine bay a little bit. Well, we just rinsed it off with water and it's already looking way better. I mean, this entire area was completely black and now it's sort of a greenish color, which is good. Well, with a lot of scrubbing and spraying and more scrubbing, actually ended up kind of clean. That is starting to look actually white instead of gray, and over here you can actually read the VIN number, and everything seems to be working perfectly fine. When we got the Sunny out of there, over here to clean out the engine bay, we had to roll it because it didn't want to start, but to drive it back, as you can see, there's a little bit of a ledge, so rolling is not going to be an option. We're going to have to actually start it this time. I've charged up the battery basically all day today. It's been on the charger, so hopefully it's more than powerful enough. Hopefully everything is dry, and hopefully it will start first try, but it's a Sunny, so my hopes aren't exactly up. Boys, good old Sunny, my boy. Yes, started first time. Bro, that was so holy shit. I did not expect that at all. And he's going with revs high. Rev counter seems to be working. Speed, well, we're going 0. Fuel is almost out. So yeah, and I have a very cool engine. That does not seem very good. We just had a real front momentum. I'm almost in. Just my front wheels are over the ledge. So I have a little bit of a problem because my engine cut out. Because I let the clutch come up too fast, I think. But yeah, now I'm stuck here. Well guys, that was it for this video. The Sunny definitely had a lot of rust that had to be removed, but in the end it was kind of doable. I mean, it looks pretty good now, especially the engine bay looks really sweet. Painting that carburetor blue was probably the best idea I ever had. It really makes that engine bay pop and really changes it from the original just pure rust everywhere. Now next time we will be doing painting and like the final touches on the Sunny.